Hey all, so I'm gonna talk about how the creative team of the show formerly known as Swing 2020, now called Swing Out, made a section of the show that we call The Rabbit. So I'm gonna hit play and I'll talk over the video and just give you some behind the scenes thoughts. So, play. This is the first time we tried the piece with 12 dancers. The Rabbit, as a musical composition by A.L. Vilner, is structured like a lot of jazz songs. You play the melody, you play the head with the whole band, then it breaks out into solos. Instead of waiting for the solos, we actually just went straight to featuring single dancers. Each little solo is improvised. Actually, yeah, all these solos are improvised, so that people have the freedom to make different choices each night, for the musicians and the dancers. You know, if the musician is doing something different, and as a dancer you want to do something different to respond. That feels important to the ideology of jazz. Here's Gabby Cook and Latasha Barnes, who's one of the Brain Trust members, sharing a little bit of choreography, and then trading a couple steps, and then Macy comes flying in. Woo! So the first piece in the show is what we would call an all skate, meaning everyone's dancing all together, not focusing on any particular individuals in the show. And then this, as the second piece in the show, I and the creative team thought it was important to make sure that we do what jazz does, which is allow people from the collective to be seen as individual expressive forces. So this is kind of the first time that we get to appreciate singular dancers in a group of 12 dancers as individuals. It's composed in a way where you kind of feel like each time you get a new instrument or you get a new combination of instruments in the arrangement, that you get to experience someone else's personality, someone else's style. Here's Marie Ndaye, who's from France originally and now lives in London, and Michael Jagger, also a New Yorker originally, who lives in London. So we've almost made it through the entire cast. Oh, here's Andrew G from, who knows where Andrew's from, but he lives in Lithuania now. Wow, yeah, he lived in California for a while. Anyway, so here's Nathan being weird. We told Nathan just to scat the verbiage of what that lick is. He comes back and does it again. It's so good. And the Visa comes and freaks out for the drum solo. So then the head returns on the tune, the melody returns, and then we accumulate dancers in a choreographed phrase to say that, you know, even though we have these individual expressions, that there are feelings of collective energy that we all share. If you notice, actually, there's been no partnered connection. The show is called Swing Out, but there's a whole dimension to Lindy Hop and vernacular jazz. We usually call it vernacular jazz or solo jazz, which is not connected jazz dancing. It's just individual expression. Boom. But we learned a lot from that. That was our first stab at it, really, with a full group. And the things that we realized is that it felt a bit too regular in its division of solos and duos, and it didn't sort of lend itself to the sort of wealth of expression and spontaneity that happens in jazz dance. So in our next iteration, which was our most recent iteration in February of 2020, again at the Guggenheim in New York, we only had 6 dancers and 6 musicians, so it's smaller scale, but we were trying to create greater dimension, and allowing people to do partner dancing, different kinds of partner dancing, different ways of approaching improvisation and choreography, but still trying to allow that space for people to be seen as people, individual characters in an ensemble for the first time. So now I'll stop talking and just let you watch what we made, which is the most recent version of The Rabbit.